talking about antennas. There's a lot of misconception about what should I use for an antenna. Should the SWR be 3-to-1 or 2-to-1 or 1-to-1? Why is an SWR of 2-to-1 bad? Why is an SWR of 2-to-1 good? Should I use a vertical? Should I use a dipole? Should I use a 3-element Yagi? Should I use a end-fed wire? Do I need a ground plane? Do I need a radial system? Do I need a ground rod? How long should my ground rod be? Should I use an off-center fed dipole? Should I use a multi-wire dipole? Should I use insulated wire? Should I use bare wire? Should I use copper wire? There's just so many things about antennas that people don't understand. And I've been studying antennas for probably 50 years, 60 years. I've learned a lot about antennas. I've studied antennas in college. I've worked with antennas on Navy ships. I've built my own antennas pretty much for the last 60 years. I've bought a few antennas. There's advantages in buying antennas depending on what it is. There's also tremendous advantage and satisfaction in building your own antennas. I've written a series of articles for the QCWA newsletter some years ago. I'm thinking about turning them into some YouTube videos. I've got files and files full of antenna information. I've used receiving antennas that are just laid on the ground. It's surprising how well almost any antenna can work if you pay attention to certain details, certain fundamentals, certain basics of electronics. You can be in the ballpark with an antenna and it'll work great. You can make minor changes to that antenna and you're out of the ballpark and it ain't going to work at all. A lot of times I will refer to you need to be in the ballpark. You can have an antenna at one location that's in the ballpark and works fine. You can build exactly the same antenna in another location, and for a variety of reasons, it's not going to work. And you're just out of the ballpark. And pretty much that's what I'm going to try to work on here. How to be in the ballpark with your antenna.